Hey, what's happening, everybody? Thanks for joining us on another Tinker Tuesday here. We're going to mess with the LMT Mini a little bit here, and then we'll mess with the grocery getter a bit. Hold on a sec, guys. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing my live stream. I got to go.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if I could get a ride home from you to help you out.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. I will just come in and be quiet and then I'll leave.
All right, awesome. All right, bye. Sorry about the interruption, guys. Not much, nothing stock. How you doing tonight? Trying to stay warm. It's cold out. We've got a current high of 2 degrees here. And oh, nice. Yeah, we're projected to hit -10 tonight. Hey, Eminem, what's happening tonight? Trying to keep the pipes in the back bathroom thawed. I know I'm not the only one having issues like that right now. Finally got the right T-wrench. Now I just need a pair of pliers to get a hold of it. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not appreciating real winter coming back. We've been lucky here the last few years. We haven't had much for winter at all. I forgot how much this bitter cold sucked. Yeah, I got my propane heat running in the basement. Try and warm it up down there. Pipes in the back bathroom are fighting me and wanting to freeze. Pup keeps thinking she needs to go outside just to stand there. I'm like, it's awful cold for that. But I guess it's the trade-off. I mean, we don't have a bunch of poisonous, crazy bugs and spiders and snakes and shit, so it's bitter cold or lots of tiny animals that can get you. This thing has been a blast to drive since we did the last upgrades on it. It sucks in the snow, though. I haven't tried it out on some of this crunchier snow we have to see. I was hoping we'd get that nice ice layer on top. Hey, what's happening, Andy? We got a little bit of rain Saturday. Not too much, though. Wasn't the right conditions for that really nice crunchy top layer. And I think I'm going to pull this body off too, and that'll make this whole process a lot easier. I heard, well, we've all heard there's an LMT 2 coming for the 10 scale monster truck. I heard rumors lately of LMT Mini number 2 coming. I don't know if anyone else has heard that. my hardware back in. Keep me from losing it. Not much. What's happening, Rock Wolf? LMT Mini work. Got our axles. Got our link mounts. Oh, what did I do with the tub of grease? I know I had it. I got a tiny bit of grease for it. Probably not enough. But that's all right. I think we'll crack this rear one open first. Hey, how's it going, Rock Wolf? Actually, if I think about what I'm doing here, I don't need to take the shock off. I can just take the mount. So I did get into the webcam and change the zoom on it. So we'll see how that goes. There was no in between on it that I could find. So it was either on or off. Hey, I must have left it on, I guess. I'm a liar. Was going to try and broadcast from the basement tonight. Was messing with the Chromebook and the camera, and for some reason I won't recognize the camera now. So that's how that went. Hold on. Puppy's got something she shouldn't be chewing. She's a good one for grabbing junk when she wants attention. Kind of like, I know I'm not supposed to have this, so you'll pay attention to me. Start on our link mounts. So what kind of fun projects has everyone been working on? As you can see behind me here, I've been cranking on the Ultra 18 line. Those are almost all out right now. I think I've got to redo the pictures for the Evo, and I've got to get the FMS version listed. The FMS version is going to have a pretty awesome hood for it. It's got some of the finest detail I've done on one yet. Come on. I need to demag my pliers. One thing that surprised me is I have not broke these sway bars yet. We've been pretty rough on it. Luna. Yep, she's got her favorite sheep toy. Sweet. Did you get a pretty good turnout? What was I was watching a video and looking at your setup this weekend, Jim. It's pretty awesome. I need to get a shed. Sweet. 9's not bad. I was looking at my basement. I need to get a shed so I can get everything out of there. And then I could actually do a decent setup and start doing something down there. Sway bar disconnected. Pop these rear links here. You know, that's one aluminum piece I probably should have got. They probably make an aluminum mount for this upper link. So I'll have to reuse the plastic one for now. I'll have to look for that. I'm going to, oh, sweet, 5 channels worth there, nice. I'm going to start doing events again this summer. Have to see, maybe get a group of you Michigan guys to make the trip down for a weekend or something. We can hit here, and we could go hit some other semi-local spots. All right, so let's pop an axle housing apart. Someone's upset I took their sheep. She acts like she never gets any attention in playtime. This is the first time I've had these apart on this LMT. Oh, nice. That's a pretty good price. I did a couple swap meets before, swap meet style events. That was one of our best events. We got guys from 3 states. We had New York, Ohio, and PA, obviously. Let's see. The one thing that's on my list to buy that I'm always looking for is 1.9 wraiths. That is one of my absolute favorite rigs. All right, that does it for one side. You go lay down. Sometimes she just don't give it up. She's been having a hard time staying in the house with the cold weather. That and I'll tell you what, Jim, they are really hard to find anymore. I've been trying to find some spare chassis kits for mine so I can keep them going for the next few years. No, you need to go lay down. All right, we got that all apart. Now we gotta pop these 6 screws here. Man, they put quite a few screws in this housing. Tell you what, that there is some screws that I should probably get some extra of, because that baby is tiny. You go lay down. Go lay down. Go chew your hoop. Come here. Come on. Chew your hoop. Where's your bone? I did have the Comanche out this weekend, and I broke some trails around the house in the snow. That was pretty fun. It was pretty deep. Hoping now that trail's broken, I'll be able to drive around the yard. Now I'll have to see if I can remember where each one of these screws go when I put it back together. We should be good. Go lay down. You go lay down. All right, and I think these couple on the link mounts on the top, and we'll be good. Yeah, I run into that issue too. I'm usually pretty good. I take shit apart for a living and put it back together, so I usually remember. This is kind of a fun week for work though, because I get to go teach my TIG welding class Thursday. Which that's a lot of fun. It's a nice challenge because I get a lot of people that have never welded before in their life, and I get to teach 8 to 12 people how to TIG weld in an afternoon. Sometimes it's a challenge. All right, so it looks like we've got all of our hardware out. We've got a crybaby who thinks she needs her toy back. All right, so we've got one axle apart. You know, if I would have been thinking, I would have bought a bearing kit for this. You see, we got, with our axle here, we include a nice little shim set. Hopefully we get it right the first time. We'll see if we can do it by feel with only a few screws in it. Oh, that's pretty sweet. They even mark it on the inside. I don't know if we'll be able to see that. Yeah, right there. We need just a touch more light, but it says ring gear. Gives you an arrow the direction it should be pointing. Keep you from putting it together backwards. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Oh, we had one little shim in there. All right, we will have to remember that. And that's a good note that, all right, so that's interesting to note. The shim we got out of it here goes on the outside. That hole is not the same diameter as this here, which the shims they give us with our axle here they look to be the diameter of that shaft. So we'll open it up and check it out. I don't think I got my calipers here so we could check thickness. I know that my mics need a new set of batteries. Yep. That's exactly it too. These do go on the inside. Now to see if we can pick one up. All right. They are stainless shims, so magnet is not going to work. All right. We're going to go with one shim on the inside to start, and that'll replace our one we had on the outside. Just a little dab of grease. I don't want too much, but you also don't want too little at the same time, you know? Awesome. My diff gears fell out. Well, I guess I should say spider gears, since it's an open differential. Drop that one in. This is not a sealed diff. You guys want to look at the inside? That's pretty sweet. You can see the little spider gears on the side there. So when our shaft spins, those spin. I always thought differentials were pretty awesome in the way they worked. All right, we can drop that back in. And we'll see how she feels. So I'm just going to wiggle in and out for play, and we get a little bit of out. Mesh feels pretty good. I think that's one where we're going to have to really run it and see. I don't like that I'm getting so much forward movement on that. I think we're gonna drop another shim in there and see. Honestly, we're just gonna load it up with all four, and we'll work backwards from there. Get our bearing back on. All right. Let's see how it feels. Slide our axle shaft back in. A little bit of cat hair for added lubrication. There we go. That got almost all of that slop. That feels pretty good. I think we'll keep it there and run it and see how it goes. So working backwards, I will start with these countersinks because those ones I remember where they went. Those are the easy ones to remember. One there, and then one on this outside edge here. Okay, those are retained. Nice. Yeah, there was a little bottom blocks in there, so it's nice to know that those aren't going to fall out on me. That would be a pain in the ass. I don't think they would be very easy to fish back in there. Hey, Rockwolf, you should try and make Beat the Creek this year. I'll be there. I usually hit it every year. If you need a 10 scale truck to drive, I'll throw you one. Do you have anyone else planning to hit Beat the Creek this year? That is my absolute favorite event to hit up. All right, I'm going to put these on because I'm tired of listening to these rattle. Come on, axle shaft. There we go. Dropped right in now. I think this is going to be a... You should go, Andy. It's a freaking great time. You won't be disappointed, man. You will not find a better value either for what it costs to go to the event. Camping is usually pretty cheap for the weekend. I want to say 40 to 60 bucks. Biggest, Northern Kentucky, Maysville. Biggest expense for me getting there is always the gas. It's 8.5 to 9 hour drive from here. I know you guys are probably looking at roughly the same, if not longer. All right, we're gonna cheat. Man, I love this thing. So much. It's such a great time. Me and my oldest are going to go. We got to get started on his hard body build, and we've got to do some tuning to his regular truck too. Man, last year on the way home, like halfway through Ohio at like 3 in the fucking morning, I half ran over a fucking dead deer on the interstate. Oh man, that fucking sucked. It was just one of those what in the fucking fuck moments. All right. Now, if I remember right, let's look at what we got. Socket heads. All right. So it was button heads in there. Oh. Everybody, welcome Ziggy to the show. Ziggy Stardust, everybody. 6 hours. Oh, man. You're closer than I am. It's the first weekend in May. This year, let me look at the calendar. It's May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Let me see roughly. Let me look at maps here. Let's see.
Head south on Highland Avenue.
400 miles. 397 to Maysville. So 6 hours, 47 minutes roughly. Not much. What's happening, Crawler Baller? We're messing with the LMT Mini tonight. And we are getting close. We are almost back together. You know, I guess I could have looked at the front one to double check. But I think we got it right. Yeah, because I see 3 button heads. Or 3 socket heads and the rest are button heads. So, yep, that must be how she goes. Yep. Looks good to me. So we know it's button heads for those 4 up top. And we know in a minute here, Ziggy is going to knock stuff down. Oh, nice. That's awesome. She's retiring, Jim. That's one of the things I hope to do someday. We'll see. No, but David Bowie gave me the inspiration for his name. Yeah, he's raring to cause trouble tonight. About 2 minutes, and I bet he's going to be knocking our light down. Let's see. Throw our drive shaft in here. Put our last shim on the outside before we forget it and lose it. That feels pretty good, honestly. That's fantastic. All right. Lower link mounts. And hardware. Hardware for the links, at least. All right. So let's set this the right way, because they're all labeled left front, right rear, right front, left rear. All right, left rear. We will put this on, then we will do that part. All right, so here's where our socket heads go. Mine are pretty good for the most part. The dog gets into more stuff than they do. They're pretty fun companions. They've been dying to have their catio back. Yeah, you're right, Rockwolf. They do not get personal space. My one female cat, Maggie, she is the cuddliest cat you would ever meet in your life. That's all she wants is just held and cuddles. Oh, that's going to be hard to get it down in there. Sweet. It's going pretty quick now. Yeah, I did. I was watching on that earlier. That's a hell of a lot of machining. I mean, honestly, 3,500, it's a lot, but for the amount of work that goes into it, it's not bad. I don't know. I'm not getting one. I can't justify that. I don't have that kind of change laying around to just blow on shit. Fuck, I mean, most of the vehicles I've owned in my life have cost $3,500 or less. Most of them less. I wonder if this one's going to go the way of the Ripper too, and over time prices are just going to go stupid. Most likely. Yeah, it's definitely way out of my ballpark too, but it's super cool. Make sure I get my drive shafts aligned properly. We'll start with some of these lower links. There's one side. And the other. Now just for hardware. Yeah, the Menace Ripper's pretty sweet. I did a tube rig a while back for FX118 parts. Maybe I'll try to re-release that. I was trying to resin print it at the time, and the resin I had was alright until it fell a ways, then it would smash, which was a bummer, and made it something that I was not going to try and give or sell to somebody. But Maybe I could get the bamboo to pull it off for me in ABS. That would be pretty sweet, because who doesn't love a nice tube rig? And it's a good thing I will be primarily driving this in the house, since I did not Loctite any of these screws. Yeah, I'm a 10th scale guy at heart. I like to take a truck and get out and go hike 8 or 10 miles and drive. Take a few spare battery packs and spend a day. I like my small scale stuff for in the winter. It's nice for overnight camping. I'm working on a new setup for backpacking this year, so when I'm doing overnights, I can take one of these little guys with me and solar charge. Yeah, see, that's about all my area has to offer is hiking around here and outdoor activities. I mean, where I'm at is pretty damn rural. Hey, Super One-Handed, what's happening tonight? How'd the motor install go? Oh, and this one's gonna fight me. Telling me that I should have did these a little sooner then. Or maybe I should have did them before I put the shocks on. We'll get it though. It's not like I got much else. Oh, okay. We've got a lot of public areas around here for hiking. A lot of state game lands and national parks and a lot of forestry service trails around where we're at. My favorite app for trails now is All Trails. I've been using that to track all my miles I hike and stuff in the summertime, summer and spring. Once we start getting a little bit warmer, though, I want to start getting out. I am getting cabin fever bad this year already, and we're just barely past the midpoint of December. Yep, there you go. He's not respecting that personal space. These ought to be fun. There we go. I guess that wasn't too bad. Now we gotta do the other one left-handed. Go, Ziggy. He's a good one for walking on the keyboard. Man, I am not doing good keeping up with the comments tonight. Sweet. I'm glad it went in good for you, super one-handed. Moving again. Moving sucks. Let's see. This December. Oh wait. It's like, yeah. I moved in here in December of 2008, and I've been here almost the entire time since. Minus when me and my first wife split up and she made me leave my house, which was bullshit. But I got it back, so that's all that matters. All right. One more hex here, and this rear's done. Height's always good. I do a lot of tunnels on my outdoor 10 scale stuff so that I can get height and not just piles of rock. Sweet. Rear end done. All right. Now to do this front end. So this one should go quicker, right? Look, only 2 screws left. Sweet. Means we did it right. We got extra hardware. If you don't have extra hardware, you didn't put it back together right. But yeah, those did come from our link since they gave us new hardware. All right, this I think this end's gonna fly apart. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Either way. Oh, we've got a whole mountain outside. We call it a metal face mountain out back. I cannot wait to get back to building this year. I couldn't collect much rock last summer because I was healing up from a hernia. So I took it easy most of the summer. But this year it's going to be on. I've got a lot of building to do. And I think I'm going to have to take this servo out all the way. Hey, how's it going tonight, RC Remedy? All right, and servo is out. Oh, the audio issues are starting. I just had to restart the mic again. All right, servo tray out. Upper link's off. All right, I gotta let the puppy out real quick. There we go. Take this side, and we're done. Sweet. This one is out with a almost, I guess. All right, now it's out. All right, I better let the puppy back in real quick. It's the one nice thing about this time of year, she's quick going out and coming back in. All right, now let's pop this apart. Ooh, oh, we're gonna have to order parts. That little screw I said I didn't have any of. Yep, the camera's not picking it up tonight, but there's the two sides of it. So we will be able to get stuff installed, but big negatory on the running. Unless we just go two-wheel drive. That could be fun. Let's see. Oh, they do. I didn't think that was going to work. It probably won't work for the front. We'll probably have to... Pretty sure they're 12 millimeter hex. I got a scale. RC Remedy, you want it standard or metric? Pretty sure. Yep. 12 millimeter hex. 12 millimeter hex. Overall, call it 78 and a half on the tires. Height wise. Width 50. They're split size rim too. It's like a 38 in the front. $50-ish in the rear. And that's just on the outside ring. You got a project in mind for him? I've seen a few on the Armagram, and that looks pretty wicked. I thought about trying it with mine. All right, let's pop this into part. Then we've only got like 40 more screws. Yeah, I think that's an M2. I was just wondering if I should try and turn one down on my lathe. I should just buy them. They're screws. I think if you had, you need some pretty significant extensions. Back of the wheel to the face of the hex is 20 millimeters. Man, all I have here is clay. We've got 4 to 6 inches of, well, 6 to 8 inches of topsoil in most places, maybe. And then it's yellow clay, yellowish orange clay for the next 3.5 to 4 foot, and right around the 4 footish mark, you start hitting gray clay around here. All right, that looks like all the hardware. Let's crack her open. There we go. All right, open our next housing up here. If it's anything like Pennsylvania mud, it fucking sucks you in like a motherfucker. We used to run the pipelines a lot when I was a teen and in my early 20s. One year for the event we did, I did a mud bog out back. I don't know whatever happened to the videos of that. I beat an X-Max with my Yeti XL. And I almost hit a 10-year-old girl too. It was pretty close. I put the hammer down in the mud pit and she was walking past the end of the restroom and not aware of what was going on. Leave that bearing there with our shim. We'll dollop of grease there. With the front, I did all 4 shims just like I did in the rear. Worked good in the back. I figured it'd probably work just as good in the front. With my course out back, I try to do everything as natural as possible. The only brick you'll find is usually in stuff. I try not to have any of that visible. Okay, this might be a trick. If I can get them both to balance and sit. Should be able to come out and then back in with it. Out and then back in. Sweet. We'll drop one on each end here just to keep it together. Tell you what, they could have done a little better on the threads on these housings. They are awful tight. And that's not good. I think we're going to have to... That's all right. We will get it to work. It's like the lower threads are good. It's the same on the other axle. The lower threads on the retention were good. The uppers were tight. Oh, that's no bueno. That'll be a bummer to take out. That would be pretty sweet, Jim. Mine just resembles what we hit around here. I have been wanting to add some trees in, like Smiggins Folly does in Ohio. I really like all the scale trees on his course. It looks really good. I want to build a few more water features this year. That's what I would really like to do. I need to get my creek running again. It's in a sad state of disrepair the last couple years out there. I've got to redig part of the pit. I've got to build a new cover. I really wish I had a ball end right now. There's just enough angle on that one. We got it though. Now we've got to fight with this one again. That's our only one on that side too. What do we have here that we can use? All right, so I've got a 1/16 hex driver that is semi-fitting in there. And getting the screw out little by little. But not very well. This is one of those times where I wish I was later remedy. This is one of those times where I wish I was mobile and I could just go out to the garage and take care of this issue. Because that's where all the good tools are. Oh yeah, this one's going to be quite the fight to get out, I reckon. Well, more disassembly. See if we can fix this. It's kind of a bummer. I did that. It happens. I love integrating water into my stuff. We've got one waterfall that runs all the time. It's on a solar fountain I set up last year. And then the big creek, it runs a 2-inch pipe and about, you need like a 3,000 gallon per hour pump to make it run proper. Boy, she's a bugger. Tell you what. I wish I had a bit of a better pair of pliers in here tonight. Yep, that is one thing we are missing. So we'll have to make do with what we got. Yeah, water features are a must. I plan on building a lot of standalone stuff this year, water feature wise. On my little section over by my driveway, I want to do just a nice little fountain. Probably bury a kiddie pool in the ground. That'll be my well to hold my water. Do like a little, kind of like a little beach. Oh, she's not even moving at all. Just a spinning. Yep, we need far better tools than we have within arm's reach. Last dish effort. We got some big old gnarly channel locks here. Oh, I think we fucking are getting somewhere now. So that was that hole. Let's try all these others, see how they go. Or was it? I think that's the one we just came out of. That's tight as shit too. That's got to be the one we just came out of. Oh, do I have my tap here still for this? I bet not. I bet it's back in the garage. Nice. Yeah, those tapped holes are shit on this side of the housing. That might be part of the reason why they were on clearance. Try this jacked up hole again. See what we get. feels cleaned up. We'll get her back together and see what we think from there. Okay, come on. Oh, it's a ways down in there to see how it sits. All right, I didn't think we'd be able to do that, but I guess we can. All right. Now let's put it back together again. I started on my fire tower finally this weekend. I got the base built for it. What else? Yeah, just the base. It's going to be pretty big though. I will steal the screw for somewhere else for the end of this housing. I do have a junkyard on my course. I really want to do a lot more as far as scale buildings and stuff go. I think it'd make it cooler. Yeah, that's an addition I've wanted to do for quite a while. Oh, sweet. I've got a Bigfoot that lives in one of my plants here. He lives in my Moses at the Cradle. All right. Side detour on that done. Awesome. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we'll start with our countersunks because I can remember where those all go. Awesome. I can't wait to get this back together because the grocery getter, it has been a blast for what little driving I was able to do with it in the house. I totally smoked the rear end in it. 100%. I feel like I got a lot more screws this time than I had last time. We'll see. Maybe we eliminated some of the other extra stuff without even realizing it. Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome watching the course grow. Go lay down. I've really liked integrating everything into my flower beds around the house this last summer. It'll be really sweet to see how it all grows in. I know I've got some spots already I need to thin out and move some stuff around. Oh yeah, we're flying now. That was not the right screw. Button head, not a socket head. Yeah, I do need some moderators. I gotta figure out how to set all that up. We'll get there eventually. Link mount, that's where I left off. Then we've got that rear bearing to go in still. Sweet. We are looking good. Drop our servo mount back on. Why do I feel like I did something wrong? Okay. Servo mount can't go on till the link mount goes on. That's why. Alright, so that's everything that can go on the axle until it's back in. Alright, so let's try and do reverse of what we did last time. So these should be the ones for our sway bar. So we'll do the sway bar first this time instead of last. It's so much easier when you're not reaching in behind everything. Okay, sweet. I didn't know that. Thanks, Rockwolf. We've been pretty good for the most part. A couple weeks ago, there was a weird one. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, next week we'll do. Huh. Neat. Yeah, I haven't even really thought about moderators. I will definitely have to do that. All right, so that's on. Yeah, we'll do our lower shocks now. Or yeah, lower shocks, lower links, dumbass. Here we go. Yeah, so I guess if anyone wants to volunteer, I'll click on the thing and make y'all moderators or whatnot. Still kind of new to the YouTube thing since we only been doing it a couple months. I really need to push myself to shoot more video. Awesome. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I'll make you a moderator, Rock Wolf, if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. Where'd my mouse go? Okay, you said the three little dots. I get delete comment, put user in timeout, and ban user and delete their comments. What's the little star thingy, Jim? All right, we're done on that part. Now we put our servo mount back on. Oh, we gotta do that first. What do we got left for hardware here? Because I know we screwed one screw up. All right, so those would be a link mount. That's our other hex screw. Those probably. We'll see. I should have two more of those. I probably put them in the wrong spot. That's all right. We'll find something that'll work. It's always good to have spare hardware for times like this. All right, yeah. I'll show you, Rock Wolf. That's what it gives me. Delete comment, put user in timeout, ban user, and delete their comments. I don't get a moderator option. Maybe it's because I'm looking at it on StreamYard and not on YouTube. Yep, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. It's because that's what I get on StreamYard. It gives you those three options. But then on YouTube, it's totally different options. Sweet. I learned something new tonight. This is the computer side of shit that I'm no good with. Like trying to figure out why my fucking Chromebook won't run my damn camera now anymore. That thing was 2 seconds from the base room, from the hitting the basement wall tonight. I tell you what. Sweet, we are almost there. Yeah, I will have to find another pair of link mount screws. I will have to look and see what we have left over from spare hardware from the previous parts we put in. Because I think they did give me new hardware with that stuff. See, there's our shocks. Oh yeah, it's all longer because it was all link mount hardware and stuff. There we go. The drawer of hardware provides. This is one of my last bins of screws to get all sorted down. It took me quite a bit, but I got all my 10 scale hardware sorted. That is a task that I have put off for the last few years. Alright, I think I found ones that'll work. Head's a little bigger, but it will keep it secure for now. The one I know I'm not going to have, though, is that drive shaft screw. You know, that busted piece did fit in there pretty good, so I wonder if we could cheat it back in. I'm going to try, I think. Let's put our other hex back on. Ooh, -3, man. Let's see what we got. Weather says we are at 1 right now. Yeah, it says feels like -13. Yeah, we're supposed to hit -10 tonight, which is gonna suck. I'm really hoping that pipe for the back bathroom doesn't freeze, because I don't want to be doing fucking plumbing in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning. I've got it trickling. I got my propane heat running in the basement since I got home today, but it's still not flowing. All right, I think we can call this baby just about done. Screw in this side for the steering. One on this side. And we are complete. Yeah, mine's the back part of my house, and that's the only part of the house with the crawl space. So I've got fans blowing heat under there. That back part of the house is always cold. All right. Now let's see about cheating this drive shaft. I mean, that pin was still in there pretty tight. I think we're going to have to pop at least one link off to get it on. All right, our bearing and our shim. All right. Busted piece of set screw. Head of set screw. It's in. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. I could always do the heat shrink trick over it. That works for a bit. Yeah, mine's been running nonstop. Which reminds me, I've been kicking my oven and my stove on. Throw some extra heat in here every once in a while. Yeah, that's true. Cold doesn't sneak up on you. It pops right out and it's in your face like, I'm here, motherfucker. Awesome. Put our tires back on and we are in business. Yeah, there's cold everywhere, but not northern cold. I mean, I've been in Mississippi when it gets cold, and their cold's 40 degrees, 30 for a day or two. And that's a rarity. Before I deployed to Iraq, when I was in Mississippi, it was into 2004-ish. It snowed in Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, you are super spoiled. Yeah, because right now it's hurt your face cold outside. You go out and breathe deep once. All those boogers, all that snots, everything's just froze. Now let's see if I can find that nut I dropped. That's our last thing we need. All right, we found her way under the desk. I should message my nephew. He's stationed in Louisiana. Thing is, though, I mean, they get 10 inches. It'll melt away within less than a week. Maybe 2 at the absolute, not even 2. Oh, this last one's gonna fight. I am happy we do have snow this year, though, because you know what? Nothing pisses me off more than when you look outside, the sun's shining, it looks gorgeous, but it's 15 freaking degrees. Hey, everything's working right. We put it all back together correctly. Bonus. All right, so that will conclude us for now on the LMT Mini project. Yeah, it is clean, crisp, refreshing. That's why I want to get out and start doing some winter hiking. Some of the ice formations are really freaking awesome this time of year. One that I should try and go hit is Logan Falls. Pretty fairly easy walk to get to. It's nice falls. I bet the ice down there this year is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's what we usually have here too, Rock Wolf. I mean, that's how about the last 6-7 years went. Ever since the polar vortex year. I don't know, man. I think I'll take the 15 over the 106. Honestly, what I would like year-round is like 65 to a max of 80 degrees on a hot day. For me, that would be perfect. I've seen the extreme heat, and I am not a fan. My neighbor's got a pool. We got a creek down yonder there, and a nice dock for jumping off of. Creek swimming's the best. I'll do a video series this year when I do my pool pond. I've been planning it for about the last year. I'm gonna do a pool pond that you can swim in. It'll have plants. It'll clean the water. 100% natural, no chemicals. And if I do it right, no extra insurance. All right, I will plug the servo back in after I find the controller, just to make sure I get it the right direction. With these all black wires, sometimes it throws me off. Plus, I got to charge a battery in it before I do anything. Yeah, LMT Mini is done. Kick ass. Well, we are quickly coming up on 2 hours here, so we can do a quick look at the grocery getter. I don't think we'll tear into it tonight. Maybe. I mean, it's only diff gear change. At 10 minutes, I guess. Now this thing has been a blast. I could pull the body off, show you what we got. So it's a Proline Beams kit. Barbie Jeep I've had laying around forever. And a mix match of SCX 10 1, 2, and 3 parts. I want to do something with the tires for the Baja look. We got 10-3 sliders. We got an Element front servo mount. We've got 10-1 rails, 10-1 transmission and skid. Drive shafts came off of 10.2. The axle is 10.2 style. It's the Endura version, which the diff gears in this did not even last long enough to get it outside to drive. I'm betting we're going to find some pretty nice carnage inside. I don't know why I'm using that little T-wrench when I've got a regular driver sitting inches away. Pop our ends. That way we can just slide the axle shafts out. One that pain in the ass. We'll have to drop this trailing arm to get to the side. Which I guess will work. It'll let us rotate our housing back and make it all a little easier. Man, 115, that's... I would die. I am definitely not made for that kind of weather. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how destroyed this thing is inside. I'm betting it's going to be pretty freaking wrecked. And I'm hoping regular axial gears for the 10.2 will work in this housing. That is one thing I do not know. So that's one thing we'll find out. Because if they don't work, this project's just going to be sitting for a bit. Oh, snap rings. One of my favorite things to shoot across the room and lose. There she goes. Ooh, she does not want to come out. Oh yeah. There's not much left for teeth on there. They are pretty round. That did not want to come out at all. That's honestly in pretty decent shape. Oh, so there's what's going to kill us there. Square splines. It's like it's like a slotted spline. Oh, these tires are perfect sized. They're only 475s. Well, that means that this project is now going to sit for a bit. We are going to need to order a SCX 10.2 rear end. I'm going to see if yes, I do. Need to find a empty bag that I can put parts in. Because, yep, this one will be a bit now. That's alright, though. We'll get her back together and ripping. It's kind of hard to drive in the snow right now anyways. I figured I would have got a little more out of this rear end than I did, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me. All right, that's all of its parts back in the bag. Minus wheel nuts. Sweet. Well, I think we'll call it for tonight, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in and stuff. Make sure you check the website for new parts and new releases. The Ultra 18s. Most of them are live on the site now. This is the red cat version right here for the Ascent. Got the opening doors, cowl style hood. Just finished up the FMS version. This is the first time I've done color shift paint over just a print. Came out kind of neat. And yeah, this has got its own style, like I'm calling mesh doors. That's all right, Max Paul. At least you made it to join us. And it's got a wicked cool looking hood. Yeah, the blue looks really good. I think the best looking one I did though. Oh, you got to see this before you go, Andy. This one in bronze. Hammered bronze for the Katana version. I've still got to get magnets in all of them. Nice skeletonized doors on that. Yeah, I went a little wild painting this weekend. The TRX Vor version even came out pretty good. So we did that in purple-ish. Man, I haven't watched Barrett Jackson in a long time. Good night, Eminem. Have a great night. But yeah, maybe we'll do a video on all these at some point this week. We've got the FX 118 version finishing up, and that should just about cover it for every 18th scale rig. Minus the HPI. I do not know when I'm going to get my hands on one of those. Probably a few months. But all right. Hey, thanks for joining in, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Spread the Tinker Time word. Make sure you check out the website. Mag mounts will be going back up this week, along with SCX24 link risers and Hobby Plus / Evo Pro FX 118 link risers. Awesome. You all have a great night, everybody.